is 40 for you?
A lifetime ago? Yeah, 1994.
1994, you were 40. Okay, wow, nice. And I would like to know, was 40 a big year for you?
No, not really. It was a good year. I think I was on an upswing that year.
That is good to know. There's hope. Okay, so Gail is going to be doing an original dramatic monologue. Okay,
Okay.
here you go, Gail. You want my mic, right? Yes, here you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. In the beginning, there was me. This is me. Yeah, this is me. Who am I? Well, I'm Gail, of course, you know, but who else would I be? Who do I think I am? Who do you think you are? Don't you remember? You blew it big time, girl, when you lost your mind so many years ago. You you gotta just admit it, you're all washed up. You peaked in high school, remember? Cheerleader, bouncy, bubbly, straight A student, teacher's pet. Had the world by the tail, didn't you? Hey, don't put me down. I was pretty damn good. Oh, yeah? But was that the real you? Or was that just a face that you were putting on for the world? To make people like you. To please your daddy. But I was happy. I felt good about myself. Oh, yeah, as long as other people approved of you. But what happened after your high school and you went off to college and did all that party and hardy? Huh? It all started to slip, didn't it? No, I don't want to talk about that, man. You know, that was a long time ago. And this is me now. And I just, all my life, I've just wanted to be free to be me. Free to be me. Free to be me. Please. Most of your life, all you've really done is try to find freedom from a bottle or a pill. When you got out of high school and left home, you couldn't wait to try all the things you didn't dare to do before. You felt free, all right. Free to drink all you wanted and get plastered and go into blackouts and wake up hungover. Free to do uppers and downers and cocaine and LSD and even angel dust. Yeah, and it bit you in the ass big time, didn't it? Somehow you managed to get through college. I don't know how, but then, you had to come home with your tail between your legs. And, it worked out well for a while. You cleaned right up and you even quit smoking. But then the ultimate irony hit. You had a mental breakdown. It wasn't a breakdown. It was a breakthrough. It was a spiritual emergency. The awakening of the Kundalini. It's all in this book by Stanislav and Christina Groff. Call it what you want, girl. But you lost it big time. You went bonkers. Crazy, nutty as a fruitcake. You lost it big time. I know, but it started out so beautiful. I knew what it was like all of a sudden to be at one with the universe. I mean, I could see auras around people. I could see webs of light in the air connecting everything all together in one grand, cosmic, beautiful oneness. And I could communicate telepathically with my dog and even the fish in the fish tank. Oh, man. And you know what? The best part of all, it wasn't the drugs or the alcohol doing it. It was me. This was me. Aren't you forgetting something? Yeah, I guess so. The fear. There came a point where I, had this thought pop into my head. What if I'm going crazy? And with that one fear-based thought, things started spiraling out of control. I mean, incredible, impossible things were happening to me. Like I would look at the clock on the wall and I would see the second hand going around and I would stop and the second hand would stop. It was like I was making time stand still. So you got up, you went out your door in sub-zero January temperatures to conquer the universe, right? I was going to heal the planet with the power of my love. But after walking on those tote roads for God knows how many hours, it started to notice that my feet were cold and freezing and wet, and I saw this clearing over there, and beyond the clearing was this blue ranch house, and so I slogged through the snow and clomped up the stairs to the house, and I banged on the door, and I said, "Let me in! I want to get warm. My feet are freezing." And a lady came to the door with a baby on her hip, and she just looked at me. And the next thing I know, I'm sitting in a cop car on cold, stiff leather. The policeman was trying to ask me questions, but I couldn't speak. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know who I was. I couldn't even tell him my name. And then the ambulance came and put me inside, and man, that's when I really started to get scared, and I just started casting about for anything that seemed to tether me to reality. And this woman ambulance attendant came up, and she looked me in the eyes, and she told me her name was Joyce. And I said, I wanted to cling to the hope of that name. So I thought to myself, Joyce, oh, joy. Are you still trying to make those connections? Wouldn't you, if you were in my place? I am in your place. I'm in your space. I'm the voice inside your head, and I'm going to be here until you're dead. So, tell me more. I can't right now. I've run out of time. I mean, maybe later, and then you'll know the rest of the story.
Thank you very much. Okay, judges, well, let's have it.
Good afternoon, Gail. Yeah, I'm over here. So, Gail, may I ask, Is this about your life? You
Yes.
do not have to tell me if you do not wish to.
No, this is actually what happened to me.
So this is very courageous for you to come out here. This may even be a healing thing for you. So
It was something I wrote a couple years after the fact, and it absolutely helped in my healing because I created my own story instead of what the psychiatric establishment was telling me was the truth. Yeah.
very interesting. I read a book many, many years ago. It was called A Mind That Found Itself. It was about a gentleman who committed himself to a mental institution. And the book goes through his reclaiming his own mind and being
Right.
able to come out. So it's a fascinating tale. I love that you would shift your hands. That's good. From one character to the other, if you will. The
Yeah.
voice of reason / negativity as opposed to the more innocent self, the spiritual side that, was the goody good two shoes when you were an athlete when you're young and whatnot.
Right.
I would also like, if you could continue, if you do this again,
Yeah.
continue with more two voices, if you could. Sometimes you'd have the two distinct voices, and sometimes the audience couldn't tell that was two. But we definitely saw you when you shifted the hand.
The hand shift wasn't enough?
The hand shift was definitely very indicative of the
But
chick
you also
personality.
think a change in tone.
Yes, because in the beginning you had that. You had this innocent tone. Oh yeah, and then the voice of reason / negativity. Oh yeah, you're a jerk. Look, you're a loser. I'm very impressed with you coming out and doing this in public. It takes a lot of courage, and it's a healing thing for you, but it might be a catharsis for somebody else to go through the process. They might be having problems with whatever
Well,
it
that's
is.
why I'm doing it.
So thank you for bringing that up. Now, the only other thing, as far as theater is concerned, sometimes you would, I'm sorry I'm taking so long on this, but sometimes you would break the fourth wall. You would look right at the audience, but other times you would be off in the distance. I would prefer if you would not mix those. It would be better for us, in my opinion, if you would be these two personalities and not look directly at us, breaking the fourth wall. It's a theater thing. Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
I'll explain it to you later.
Okay.
I get it.
Okay, good.
Sometimes you did that, and other times you didn't do that. So
Yep.
I would prefer to draw the audience in as you were these two personalities talking to each other.
That's,
And
yeah.
not talking to the audience. Do you see the difference? In any event, Allison probably help you out on that.
Yeah, it's a little,
I teach elementary school theater. I'm pretty good at this. I'll do this with you after.
You're very courageous to do that, by the way. Nice job.
thank you.
Yeah, I also was struck by the vulnerability and the honesty, and I love the device of changing the microphones. You really have to be organized and remember where you are to know which character you are. And it struck me too, maybe because you're being so clear and honest and transparent there, that I could, see this, I saw myself in what you were saying, because I think we are our own worst critics.
Yeah.
And we're, the battle is in ourselves. And I appreciate that a lot of truth came through that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Me too. I'll ditto everything that they've said, and also, we're all on this journey, and I hope that this actually brings you peace, and I think it has.
Oh, it's what I want everybody to do. I'm I'm on a mission, man. We got to start speaking our truth. We
got
really
it.
do.
And you performed it very well.
Yeah.
And I got the hand changing. I understood what you were doing, and it was difficult to do, but you did a great job.
Okay, thank you.
I just think it's really interesting how, maybe this isn't true for everybody, but for some of us, how cocky and confident the critical sides of us are when it comes, and then the part that's trying to be positive sometimes becomes this
I noticed
trying to
that.
argue why you should feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
I thought you demonstrated that very well. Very impressive memorization. I know that there's a lot there to memorize, and you gave us the story, you gave us the steps. It was very, very clear. One thing I would say is, not so much I could tell what you were doing with the mic thing and the changing of
Yeah.
the tone with your characters. Just like a smoother transition into each voice might kind of, I don't know, just take it to the next level, I guess. But
Smoother transition.
yeah, because there were times where like you would kind of like,
Blended in.
yeah, I would
Yeah.
just like, and I don't know, just smooth that out a little bit.
Okay,
would be
good.
the
All
only thing I'd
right,
say.
I get you.
But otherwise, fantastic performance.
Thank you.
I don't have a lot to add, Gail, other than early on when you first were going back and forth, it struck me that you were sort of presenting the universal struggle between good and evil in your personal life. And then later on, towards the end of your monologue, I was thinking, well, this is a woman that's lived longer. She's got wisdom, the old wisdom with age thing, and she's reflecting back on her youth and things that went well and struggles that she had. So I loved that, and it's a unique performance. I don't think we've ever had anything like this over the years in Lake Region's Got Talent. So again, I commend you for presenting this to our audience. Thank you.
Thank you. I have just a real quick question. It's, at the end I said the rest of the story. So if I go on, I have more to say about this. Is I couldn't shorten it, into what I did just now. So is there any problem you guys have with the length?
I certainly didn't. I thought the length was appropriate for what you were doing.
Okay. All right, good. And yeah. Yeah.